Hey guys, this is MagolorRee, and welcome back to Letters from the Past, Undusted. And if you remember last time, we were dealing with a character named Adora. And Adora is either remembering stuff about the past or just dusting up things from the past. But here we're gonna start chapter 2. Frozen time. I had hoped to find the attic key in the living room, but it didn't turn up. I decided to search my room next. It looked exactly as it did on the day I left home. Only the thick layer of dust of everything indicated any passage of time. My focus was drawn to my desk, where Dad's pocket watch lay. There used to be a time when its cogs still turned and its soft ticking could still be heard. When Mom gave Dad this pocket watch, Dad was delighted with the engraved design, a lily, just like Mom's name. Wherever Dad went, so too did the pocket watch. Shortly after I started high school, the pocket watch fell silent for good. Oh, wonder why. Dad. How are you doing? Are you still cracking jokes over there? I don't think I'm doing that well. Oh. That is pretty. That is a pretty watch. So, obviously I've been taking a break from a little bit of the more chaotic games and just focusing a lot more on cozy games just because like my mentality hasn't gone that well. And trying my hardest to keep myself together because we're getting close to moving to the new house, so I'm recording the last videos I can. I think the last video may be uploaded on the 20th of June, but I shall see how that will go. What's that say? Can't tell. Just noticed it was raining too. I'm guessing this person must have, like, Adora must have, like, taken a break or something. And then one day it started to rain while she was looking for the pocket watch, but I don't know. Unless it was halfway through the day and there's a rainstorm, which that can happen. But yeah, let me scrub this off. I'm guessing there's an inside to this whole thing. Ah. Excuse me. There's an inside to this whole thing. Oh, there's the watch. Here, let me grab the sponge. That would probably be a lot faster. Just get rid of the good stuff in there. Let me break this. There's a crack in the middle. Must be that old then. Unless he dropped that at one point, but don't know. Just trying to clean out the lettering right here. Etched in heart is what that says, I think. Let's see if I can figure out some of the last little thingies, or the last little pieces of dirt somewhere. I think it's somewhere along the edge. Gotta be like right here, I think. Or maybe along the front. Maybe along the front, maybe. Just do a nice quick scrub of everything. It's probably the latch. It probably is the latch. Yeah, just this once. Alright. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, and on the front too. Like right along here, maybe? There we go. I never had a pocket watch. Or just like a, well, I mean, I sort of had a pendant. Here, close that up. So I can get the latches a little bit better. Frozen time. Adora, how many times have I told you to not call the office directly? You're usually back by now and I couldn't get in touch with you. Oh, I'm sorry. I got caught up in work and completely lost track of time. I'll make sure to check on my phone more often from now on. But please, text instead of call. Alright. Oh yeah, Mom. I was cleaning my room earlier and I found the cassette player Dad gave me. I'm sorry, Adora, but I still have a lot of work to do. Don't wait for me, and make sure you don't go to bed too late. Mom, wait, Uh-oh. A broken pocket watch. Its time remains eternally frozen, just like my family's. So I'm guessing there was a divorce that happened, maybe. I desperately need Mom, but she threw herself into work as if she wanted to forget Dad. And maybe all of us. Days passed and we barely spoke to or even saw each other. I kept telling myself that I had to try to understand her, that she was raising me all by herself now, but my grief and sorrow grew nearly unbearable as they rendered my nights sleepless. Things would have been easier if I had just blamed her. Yet whenever I saw Mom so exhausted and fatigued, sadness came before anger. I hated her for leaving me alone, but at the same time, it pained me to see her eroding away. As much as I longed for her comfort, I wanted to comfort her too. Oh. That, I feel, is, like, very understandable. Like, I know it's that, like, over time, my mom, like, she would have pain, but it's just, like, it's hard to deal with, but I always learned to comfort her. What I found in darkness. When I couldn't stand the silence in the house, I would listen to Dad's tapes. Listening to those songs made it feel like he was right there beside me. One day, I heard a composer tell his story on a radio show. When I was a kid, my father used to hum songs he had wrote himself, so I became interested in music. I hardly saw him after my parents' divorce, but whenever I sang his songs, I felt like I was back in those happy childhood days. That's how I started composing. For me, it's a way of bringing comfort not only to me, but to others in similar circumstances. I could see myself in his story, and his song resonated with me. Naturally, I admired him. Finally, I understood what Dad had meant. I wanted to tell him I found something I couldn't live without doing. I found a part-time job and started saving money for composing tools. My question is, how would the mom feel about that? When Mom asked me about it, I thought she was finally taking in some interest in my life. Oh. And I'm guessing that wasn't the case. I think it still works. Should I turn it on now? Well, let's see right here. Oh! Ooh. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's continue cleaning this thing. There you go, there you go, there you go. Just get rid of the gunk. I always love composing tools. I don't know why. Like, composing tools, like, ever since I saw them when I was a kid, I was like, what is that? It's like a little dance pad for your fingers. That's what I always thought it was when I was a kid. Okay, we need a little, clean the little red in there. Just turn that off for the time being. Alright. Scrub this a little bit just so that we can get the bare bones basics. And we're gonna go back in with the brush, and it looks like there was a scratch on it. There we go, there we go, there we go. Hang on, there's a bug on my screen. There we go. I never, like, I always wanted to get myself into music. I only got into it once, and that was when I played the ukulele. But I generally, like, just... Ever since I played the ukulele and stopped playing it, I sort of lost that, like, you know, like, when you're a kid and you play the piano, you play it so well, but it's like you forgot how to play it later in life. It's one of those things. But it's, like, with the ukulele, I remember how to play it. It's just, like, I forgot how to hold it without my fingers having discomfort. Okay, I need to get the rest of this little switch right here. There we are. It's probably like a little spot like right here around the switch. Around these, maybe right here. Oh, wait, I think I see a little spot right there. Usually I have a very good eye for detail. I noticed that recently. Just try to get the rest of this. Maybe along here? Yeah, let me see what spots I miss. Oh, around there. Okay. There we go. And, oh, around here, too. There we go. What I found in darkness. Mom! You're late again. You must be exhausted. Yes, a little. How was your day? Adora? What are all those things? Oh, these? A MIDI controller, a microphone. They're tools for composing. Mm-hmm. By composing, do you mean composing music? Uh-huh. I started making songs little by little, and I got a part-time job to buy these tools myself. Wait, Adora, a part-time job? You started working just for a hobby? Adora, you need to be studying hard for your future right now. Don't waste time on those things like that, and quit your part-time job too. Well, that's kind of selfish. A red MIDI controller. The first piece of music equipment I ever bought with my own money. That's kind of selfish that you would want her to quit her part-time job. I wanted to tell her that it wasn't just a hobby, that I was serious. But before I could say anything, Mom said she was tired and headed towards her room. My words were met with the sound of her door closing shut. I was left alone in an all too familiar silence. I was angry at Mom for not listening to my words, but I kept trying to understand her. I thought she might change her mind if I showed her how serious I was. Much like how music had comforted me, I wanted Mom to feel comforted too, and if possible, with a song of my own creation. Oh. To be fair, that sounded very, very selfish. Like, if she wanted, if the mom wanted her to quit her part-time jobs for said hobby, because, that doesn't really sound right. After that day, I spent every spare moment composing. Not only was it my first song, but it was a song for Mom. When I felt that I had poured enough of my heart into it, I recorded my song onto a cassette tape. I fervently hoped that it would bring her some comfort, even if I couldn't fully convince her. But if I could at least help her feel a little bit better. When Mom came back home, exhausted as usual, I nervously handed her the tape. Oh. It looks a little bit dusty. I thought if Mom listened to it, she would understand how serious I was. And I'm guessing she wasn't serious. There's a lot of flowers on this thing. How dusty is this? It's an old tape recorder. Here, just... let me brush out the bare bones basics with the sponge. I never really had a tape recorder when I was a kid. I always had like this this toy camera when I was a kid though. It didn't work as much, but I remember liking it a bunch. Okay, so I just need to scrub these all off. There's stuff in there. Here, eject. There we go. I remember how those work. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Scrub those all off, nice and clean. And there's no way a tape recorder like this would get messy, especially within like the recent years. Wait, maybe. I mean, there's that image I remember seeing of the Wii Sports Resort that was covered by nature. There we go. Just grab the inside. Totally not damaging the electronics by doing this, but... I don't know. Maybe they use like a special like chemical like when they're cleaning electronics. I know they do that like with restoring like game consoles and whatnot of old age. Like for example, a Sega Genesis or a Nintendo 64. There you go. Just get that nice and good. Right here. Oh yeah, completely off topic. Recently I tried a chicken parm sandwich and I actually really like it. Like I never really made myself chicken parm, but I always wanted to like just have some. And I had it for a sandwich, and it actually tasted pretty darn good. Okay, what spots am I missing? Right along there. Okay. Come on now. Get that. It's always this one corner that I miss. Come on now. Oh, this entire back spot that I missed. What else did I miss here? Maybe this is like stuff on the other side if I press it. Oh, the buttons! Yeah, the buttons will do it. There we go. This is almost done. Get the recorder button. There we go. Oh. There we go. A melody of comfort. You composed this yourself? Yeah, the melody came to me first, so I started with that. I'm still working on the lyrics. Oh, and there's another one I'm preparing for a competition. The theme is... Hold up, Adora. Didn't I tell you the last time? You need to focus on your studies. Mom, I know it might not... I know it might seem like a hobby, only a hobby right now. But please, can you at least try listening? Adora, do you even hear what you're saying? How can you waste your time on this instead of studying for your future? I'm tired, so let's talk another time. Another time? When's that gonna be? When you quit your job? As if that'll happen. Adora, I'm saying this for your sake. I'm serious about becoming a composer. I want to make it so you don't have to worry about money anymore. And people said I'm pretty talented, so... Adora, I said no. Don't even think about it. Right now, you may feel like you're special. Talented? There's no word for me. There's no word more meaningless. Don't get carried away because of a mere compliment. Praise proves absolutely nothing. Dad's cassette player. Despite how old it is, it can still play tapes. Also, that sounded very, very heated. Why was she so angry? Was she more tired than usual? Even now, I still don't know why Mom reacted so explosively. I never expected her to yell at me like that. Her fury left me speechless. While I was stunned, she tore the tape from my hands and threw it in the trash. Without so much as a backwards glance, she said, "Stop wasting your time on worthless things like this." What she threw away wasn't only a cassette tape. Therein was a piece of my heart that held my drive to comfort Mom, despite the loneliness after Dad's passing. Even if hating her was the easier path, I didn't give up trying to understand her. But at that moment, when my heart was equated to trash, I felt something disappear from inside me. After Mom's rage quelled and silence fell once again, I finally gave up trying to understand her. Oh. Also, I just realized the cassette tape said beep. The right to hurt. The music box was the last present I ever received from Dad. Whenever I felt lonely, I would wind it up and talk to him as if he were right there beside me. Dad, if you were still here, you would have supported me, right? Mom doesn't understand what it's like to have a dream, to have something you can't live without. All she wants to do is to fit into the mold. That's probably the only kind of life she knows. I cried for a long time, pouring out my anguish, listening to the music box play. It felt like Dad was sitting right next to me. Oh. After that day, I stopped waiting for Mom. I didn't even want her to talk to me anymore. I had nothing to say to her. Oh. Alright, let's dust off these, the moss and whatnot. There you go. Also, I thought this was just like a phonograph at first. Here, let me brush all this off. Just get the bare bones. Wait, do I need the vacuum for here? I assume so. Because it's like a, the outside of the music box. There you go. Get rid of more leaves in there. Gotta get the details of the wood. Or plastic? I don't know. Could be plastic. I think it's more so wood, I think. Also, I thought I heard something like just bling in there. Yeah. There we go. And shoom. Get all that moss. Actually, like, I don't remember having a music box when I was a kid. I think the closest thing I had was a jewelry box that my sister had. And it had a little ballerina inside it. That was the closest thing to a music box that I got. I don't even know where that music box is right now. I probably sold it off by now, but... Or my mom probably threw it away because it got old, but... I don't know. Need to get... this. Need to get all of that. Oh my god. Dust it off. Roar. Get all of it off. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, by the way. Like, I know I'm kind of like tripping over words, but, you know, I still just love reading. Like, especially if it's in a, like, a narrative game or whatever. I'm probably not gonna do dating sims, technically, but that's not entirely out of the question, because, I mean, I know there's some good dating sims out there, and there's some that aren't, really, but I can't tell if that part is just, like, dirty or what that is. Turn it? That's so delightful. I'm gonna clean the key while I'm cleaning it. I love music boxes. Even though I never got to own one. Wait, is there what does that say? Adora! It says Adora! Aww. Aww. I think I remember this now. Like back in Assemble Care, there was one item that you fixed and it was a music box. I remember that now. It was for the father, the mayor, I think. There we go. Clean it up nice and good. I'm gonna spin it again so I can be able to clean it. There we go. I always love how music boxes work. The idea of these little tiny notches hitting a metal key or like a brass like thingy in the bottom. It's just magical, I swear. Right, there's something at the side here. Well, this is all dirty. Hinges. There we go. Apparently I missed a big old spot back here. There. Right back here. There's a few other cozy games I have on my list. I just haven't been able to have the money in order to get them. But I'm hoping once I do find a full-time position or something, I'll be able to do what I need to do. Which unfortunately may mean like less videos, but you know, I'm still willing to make videos out there for my my audience and whatnot. Okay, there's probably... There's probably some keys I miss. There. There it is! The right to hurt. Adora, can we talk for a minute? I'm busy right now. I'm sorry for how I acted. I must have been tired, so I got emotional. But it was for your sake, Adora. I don't want you to suffer. Right now, things may seem fun and exciting, so you might think that the road ahead will be easy. Someday, you'll understand. For now, it would be better if you focused on your studies and keep composing as a hobby. Now I get why you're saying these things. You never had anything you truly want to do, have you? All you ever done is live by other people's standards. That's why you don't understand how serious I am, and what it's like to have something you can't live without. If Dad were here, he would have understood me. At least he wouldn't have run away my tape like that. He wasn't anything like you. Music box that plays after you want it. The last gift Dad ever gave to me. Aww. I deliberately chose the words that would hurt her the most. I thought I had the right to, since she was the one who hurt me first. Mom said nothing during my verbal onslaught. Her silence only fueled my rage, so my words became harsher, crueler, more vicious. Mom quietly took my wrath. After the room fell silent, she left without a single word. Left alone, I picked up the music box and said to myself, "It's okay. That was nothing compared to what she did to me." A radiant dream. Let's see what this one is. It was a peaceful weekend afternoon. I had started to doze off after putting stickers all over Dad's camera. In my half-awake state, I could faintly make out Mom and Dad's voices as they quietly talked. I wanted to keep listening to their conversation, but before long, I fell asleep. Also, why is there mushrooms on this? Dad used to take pictures of me and Mom whenever he could. It looks like it still might work if I charge it. I'll try turning it on after cleaning it. Well, I hope it works. Oh, mushrooms. There are stickers on here. That's so cute. Remember how I was talking about a camera earlier? That was what I mentioned. I had a toy camera when I was a kid, and it was a pink camera. I remember now. Made in Korea. The thing is that when I became much older, it didn't work. It's because I think I broke it maybe, or it broke by itself. I think, because that can happen with older devices, unfortunately. Eventually they get old and they just stop working altogether. Much like my USB port that I had, my second USB port, luckily. I had a second USB port that died when I was trying to pack, earlier. And, I had a miniature freak out because I was like, why is this happening? Oh no. And I found out it's just, not the current one that I have, the main one, which is what I've been using for my microphone, my mouse, my keyboard, and all that other good stuff. But it's more so just the external one, which is the one that I use for my controller, and a few other things. Okay, so I need to get some of that gunk off. There's some on the button right here. Oh, there we go. Let me clean up the gunk around the stickers. There we go. I always have a fascination on just taking pictures. Whether it be on, like, I get some food, or take a vacation. Like, I always just find it really fun to do. Just making our life a little bit more memorable. Like, just remembering what we have and just having that moment together by just taking a photo. And this goes for, like, cooking, food, vacation, just all those type of things. Just making sure everything was working fine and dandy. Is there anything else I'm missing here? Oh! Yes, I am. That's what that is. That's the lens. There we go. Just get rid of all that gunk over there. What's this? That's the flash. Oh, there's a little face down there. It probably would be better if I do that so I can vacuum right in there. Not sure if that did anything, but hoping it did. Just get right in the in-betweens of there. Right here. It's this entire back spot that I need to get. And then the rest of these edges. There. And... come on, get it. And... here... come on, get in there. I probably need the vacuum. Oh, one little spot left. There we go. A radiant dream. Antique glow pixel? Adora, did you finish your homework? Shh. She fell asleep after playing with the camera again. She really does love it. She's interested in so many things, like music and writing. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh? I only hope that she doesn't become like me. You still have regrets about back then? You know, I thought you were so beautifully radiant. It's all in the past now. I was naive and foolishly chasing what was only a dream. Now, I'm awake and live in reality. Let's not talk about this anymore, alright? Alright. Oh. A now discontinued digital camera. It's decorated with stickers that I had stuck on as a child. The camera continued the recording that I had never seen before. Had I pressed the record button while I was asleep? The slanted video captured a long conversation between Mom and Dad. I found it difficult to understand. The mom I knew had always seemed so ordinary. Suddenly I realized that perhaps the words I had so aggressively thrown at her that day meant more than I had thought. The moment kept playing over and over in my mind. How silently she stood before my anger, how silently she had left the room, followed only by the sound of the door closing. That quick? Dang. What she dreamed of. So that leaves us with next time. So next time, we're going to play chapter 3. So see you guys then.